Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys. Celtic Warband here, and welcome to another how to install video. In today's video, I will be showing you how to install DCI Last Alliance, which is a submod for Third Age Total War. This mod is set during the Second Age, leading up to the destruction of Sauron that we see in the prologue of the Lord of the Rings movies. And it's a very cool mod, and I've had a few requests to do a tutorial on how to install it. But just a couple of notes before we do begin. This mod does require Medieval 2 Total War plus the Kingdoms DLC for it to work, and it also requires the 3.2 version of Third Age Total War. I spoke with one of the modders, and version 4 of Third Age is not compatible with this mod, so please ensure that you have both of those things already installed. And I won't be covering how to install Third Age 3.2 in this video, but I will leave a link to a tutorial for Third Age 3.2 in the description down below. So let's go ahead and get to it. So we're just going to navigate to moddb.com. And then up at the top, if we just start typing in DCI, it should come up. It's the first one there. And then they've made it very easy. We don't have to even navigate to the Files tab. If you just scroll down a little bit, they've got the 3 files right here ready to go. So I'm just going to open them in new tabs here. And I will get them all organized. Yep, part 2. So we got part 1, part 2, and the patch. And these are installers, so we can go ahead and just click download now. And I think I forgot to mute my Google Chrome, so we're probably going to get some noise from these ads here. Oh, surprisingly not. Excellent. So once you see it downloading in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, you can go ahead and close the ad. But if you close the ad before you see that, it actually stops the download. So that's why I wait until it is finished. Just gonna try and catch it. There we go. That was close. They always make these ads so ridiculously loud. But there we go, so that one's downloading, and we just have to do the patch now as well. And there we go. So we got all of these 3 files downloading, and as I always say in my tutorial videos, make sure that we have file sizes matching once they are done downloading. So I'm just going to leave these up while they finish downloading. It shouldn't take too much longer, but if we have drastic differences in the projected file size and the file size that we have in our downloads, then we have to delete these downloads and start over. But I'm going to preemptively open my downloads folder here, and we've got our 3 files ready to go. You can see that the patch is already finished. It's the quickest one, but part 1, it's supposed to be 1.8 gigabytes, and it is downloading 1.8 gigabytes, which is perfect. They're saying that part 2 should be 1.3, which it is. And then the patch, actually, if I go to my downloads folder here, we just click on it, 36.8, 36.8, so that perfectly matches there. And if you have to pause the video, like everybody's internet is different speeds, so if this is taking a long time for you, just pause it and then unpause it once it's all finished being downloaded. But let's go ahead and go to our downloads folder now, and we don't even need moddb.com, so we can just close that out. And then here is the 3 installers. So we just have to double click on part 1. And then I'm not sure if this is a Windows 10 thing only, but I'm getting a pop-up here from Windows saying that they're detecting that it might be at risk. It's not a virus though, guys, don't worry about it. So just click more info and then run anyway. And then in a few minutes it should pop up here. There we go. And then hit next. Next. I agree. Next. And then this is interesting. It actually auto-finds your Medieval 2 Total War folder, which is very handy. But for those of you guys that don't know where your Medieval 2 is set up, or it doesn't auto-populate for you, most people have it installed on their local C drive. So I'll be putting a little annotation here on the bottom of the screen with the pathway. But it's local C, program files 86, Steam, Steam apps, common, and then Medieval 2 Total War, and then mods. And for non-Steam users, those that have a disc version with Medieval 2 the Gold Edition, it should be local C, program files 86, Sega, Medieval 2, and then mods. But it already found mine, and it should do that for you as well. So just go ahead and click next, and then start. And this is an important step here. If this does not pop up, chances are you aren't downloading it in the correct spot. you have to remember that this is a submod, so it's actually built on top of Third Age Total War, so it has to overwrite some of the files. And that's another key point as well. Once you overwrite the Third Age files with DCI Last Alliance, it's going to be DCI Last Alliance forever. So if you want to play Third Age 3.2 again, you'll have to re-download the mod, or you can just make a copy of your Third Age folder and then rename it something else, and then you can have both of them going at the same time. But for DCI, you need this to pop up saying that it's going to overwrite the files. So I'm going to hit yes here, and then this is going to start. So this can take anywhere between 5 and 15 minutes. So I'm just going to make a little cut here, and then we will bring it back once this is almost complete. Alright guys, just finishing up the first installer here. And there we go, and hit next, and then exit. And now we need to go to the second part of the installer, so just double click on part 2 of 2. Again, let me know in the comments if you get this with like Windows 7 or Windows 8, but I have Windows 10, so I'm not sure if this is what everybody gets, but just hit run anyway, and we should be able to launch it here. And then hit next, and next, I agree, next, and then it should populate once again, but just in case, I'll try and remember to put the pathway down below here so that you guys can copy it for Steam users and non-Steam users. But just hit next and start. And then very similar once again. So another little cut while this is downloading, and I'll be back in a couple minutes. Alright guys, and there we go. And it does seem to freeze at about 91% on the installer part 2 of 2 while it's loading the events, because I think there are quite a few events. So don't worry about it, it freezes for about 30 seconds, but then as you can see, it just picked right up and finished the install. And now, this is important as well, it should load a window here. Just go ahead and click enter to it, and then hit next, and then exit. And then once it loads this window again, that's to put the Last Alliance desktop shortcut in. Just hit enter once again, and it will load it in there. You can see it populated at the top left-hand corner of the screen. And we are almost done, but now we need to do the same thing with the patch. And the patch is quite important. I don't know everything that it does, but from reading through the comments, it looks like the patch does fix crashes when either playing as Mordor units on the battlefield or encountering Mordor units on the battlefield. So it's a pretty important patch, but I'm sure it fixes a couple other bugs as well. So let's do the same thing, hitting next, next. I agree, next. Populating to Medieval 2 Total War, and next, and start. And this one we won't need to cut out because I think it's only a 36 megabit patch or something like that. It's really not that big. But yeah, you can see it's fixing a lot of the Mordor files there. And click enter. And then that's it there. So I'm not going to launch this quite yet because I just have to switch over my recording software. But that is it. Last Alliance is installed, and I will see you inside the mod in a couple of seconds. Alright guys, welcome to DCI The Last Alliance. Let's go ahead and jump into a campaign. We'll do an end turn and also load into a battle to show that it doesn't crash. And I think I will use Mordor as well because we did have issues with crashing with Mordor. So I want to make sure that that patch is installed correctly as well. So let's go ahead and load in. And here we go. So you guys could read this on your own time, or if you haven't installed it correctly, which I hope you have, and you've loaded into the game, I'm sure this will pop up for you as well. And it does give the options for some scripts, so I'm just going to go ahead and accept them, just to make sure that there's no crashing there as well. And I believe that the Witch King does populate over here, and I think that Sauron is here as well. But I'm just going to grab everyone here from Minas Ithil and bring them over to attack Osgiliath. We probably won't win, but that should force a sally out for us in the end turn there, which is what I want anyways. Just build a couple of things here. Make sure we don't have any crashing as we click on things. And that's all of our money spent. That's perfect. Zoom down and end the turn. And just as I thought, they have come out, and yeah, we are definitely going to lose this. But yeah, it's the Numenorian Kingdoms. Remember, guys, that this is the Second Age, so Gondor hasn't really been founded yet. And actually, I think the Numenor Kingdoms are the second strongest faction in the campaign, just behind Mordor. They actually own a lot of territory in the west. But let's go ahead and load into the battle. And there we go. So a successful install once again. Let's just start moving our troops up. In fact, let's just move them right up and run them. Get our heavier units. What kind of... Because we've got a bunch of Orc Band, we've got some Orc Battalion, and we've got some Orc Archers. And then we have this general here. I'm assuming that he will inevitably be one of the Nazgul eventually. He isn't yet, though. Still a unit of men. It's pretty cool that they're Numenorian-like units, but they've actually got like the Eye of Sauron on their shields. They got like the crimson, red, and black capes. Really, really cool indeed. And of course, we do have the Numenorians moving up here. Got a lot of good units. I think there was some pretty cool pikemen there too. Got some King's Archers, Dome Wardens. Very, very cool. But that is it, guys. So hopefully you did have a successful install, just like I did. If you do have any issues, feel free to leave a comment down below, and I will try and help you out to the best of my abilities. But until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this in the future. And I will see you in the next one.